develop together. Hello again, you awesome people. I'm Rob Palmer from Develop Together, helping you make a positive and long-lasting change. And we're now in week 4 of the free 12-week Make a Change program. And hopefully you're carrying on and doing really well in making your change. You've so far made some little adjustments along the way if things haven't quite worked out as you initially planned. But now you're in week 4 and maybe you're starting to see some kind of improvements of only a small amount maybe at this stage, but you are starting to see those improvements, or you've had comments from other people who've noticed whatever the improvement is that you're trying to make, which is excellent. So please make yourself a note of the change that you've noticed or some other people have noticed about you and fed back to you, because this is a little milestone that you can make a physical note on, even whether it's a written thing down in a diary, or you make a note on your favourite digital device, or you might keep a journal on a regular basis, on a daily basis or a weekly basis. Whatever it is, make an actual physical note about it. Don't just not just a mental note, because we want actual physical proof that you can look back on to say, yes, I made that change and there was some progress here, and that will help you remind yourself that you did make progress. If you ever start to get a little bit unconvinced and doubtful in your ability to make change, you can look back and say, yes, I did make some change, so I am capable of doing so, and this is the proof. So that can keep you back motivated to keep moving forward and not getting too despondent in the process, and you can remain committed to it as well. If you feel you haven't made that much progress, or you haven't seen anything at all, it's now time to review your plan. We've talked about reviewing your plan in the second week and a little bit last week as well. So look back at those videos and all the questions that I asked you to think about when looking at reviewing your plan, including what are the things that have held you back, what are the things that got in your way, whether it's things that have stopped you doing your actions that you need to put in place because of other different time commitments or responsibilities, or other unscheduled surprise events or things that you've let yourself be drawn into, social events and other things like that, and other people that try and convince you to do other things rather than the thing that you said you wanted to do. Those are the things you need to sort of now learn from and say, okay, they distracted me. Maybe I need to either be a bit more committed to the plan, or maybe I need to be a bit more convincing in saying no to other people and say yes to myself. And so you've got time, you're giving yourself the time to put your plan in place. So when you do your review, only change a little bit at a time. If you change the whole thing, that you'll never really know what worked and didn't work when you're kind of looking back over everything. So only make a little small change, and if you've kept to your plan and you haven't been distracted by anything else, but you've still not really seen much of a change, maybe you're not quite pushing yourself hard enough. So maybe just push yourself a little bit harder and you might start to see some changes. But if you have still kept up with all your actions, then awesome job, well done. You're doing really well. But now, if you've not really seen any changes so far, just push yourself a little bit harder, and then hopefully as we go on in the next few weeks, you'll start to see those changes sort of appearing. And you can also then make a physical note of that milestone too when it turns up. So that is all I want to talk about here in week 4, just to say well done on making it this far, and let's look back at what we've learned from these last 4 weeks and what can we do to just keep things going or adjust things slightly, and what we learned to make sure we can carry on moving forwards to make that change for the next 8 weeks. So thank you very much. Don't forget to own the day. I say that to you every single week. I'm Rob Palmer from Develop Together, helping you make a positive and long-lasting change. Develop together.